Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel. Come along with us as we spend 48 hours on the Bourbon Trail.
We're going to try out 7 different distilleries and over 40 bourbons.
And we even get to stay in a giant bourbon barrel. Let's go.
Here we go.
All right, welcome to Kentucky.
That's right.
We have about 48 hours here on the Bourbon Trail. We made it to
Castle and Key.
just before 3 p.m. today. And I got to say, it's already set the bar.
It did set the bar high. It is beautiful.
Yeah, the grounds are amazing, stunning. It is a newer distillery.
Recently restored.
Yeah, we had read that Colonel E.H. Taylor had run it back in the 1800s, and then Prohibition kind of shut it down. But for the last 3 years, they have been making bourbon.
It was a really cool
stop. It looks like an old castle. The grounds are impeccable.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
So when we went there, because we knew that it was going to be closing pretty soon, I just grabbed one old fashioned, and we met some friends of ours, Jordan and Ashton from Show Me Vegas. They're really famous. But I thought my old fashioned was good. My problem with it is they served it in a plastic cup. Not my biggest thing.
Yeah, with multiple ice cubes.
That's true. Yeah, which were melted by the time I was done with it.
Yep. But the other nice part is because in Kentucky, if you've never been here before, the roads are narrow. They're also windy. So you need to have a plan for if you're going to these bourbon distilleries for a driver. So I'm the DD mainly because I don't like bourbon. But they had homemade sodas there.
Yeah.
It was really good.
And so it's like an orange hibiscus is what you got.
It was delicious.
I'll say my old fashioned was pretty standard, and I wasn't shocked by it because Rachel did see that they did it from a tap.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate, but the grounds themselves,
beautiful.
Amazing. And I did go ahead and pick up a bottle there. There was a new single barrel release that happened just today.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so picked that up. Our friends did try it. They said they thought it was the best one that they tried today. So had to get that. And then after that, we went over to Woodford Reserve.
Another beautiful, beautiful facility. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
And Woodford, kind of has my heart a little bit because it was the very first bottle that got me open to just drinking straight bourbon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And they also have a cocktail list that the cocktails were, I don't know, between $12 and $15, but you can get a non-alcoholic version for $5. So yes. I got that as well. I was excited.
I got a $85 taster flight.
Yeah, you took the cake on that one.
It was fantastic. I loved it. Unfortunately, the 2 really high-priced, highly sought-after bourbons that were on that list, they did not have for sale.
They were also your favorites.
They were. So the Double Oak, which I thought was very good, I don't know that I would say it's 4 times the price as good as the Double Oak, which is one of the very famous ones from Woodford Reserve. And then there was a chocolate one, which is MSRP is $100, but you can't find it anywhere. And it was not for sale there. Yep. So unfortunately, it wasn't there. The crazy thing about that one is that the proof was 138, I believe.
139.4.
Whew.
Yeah, it was high.
But it actually drank really well. So I enjoyed it. Now, we did check out the outside. Originally, when we got there, it was raining, so we did not spend time outside. Yep. But they do have a very nice deck area. As if I'm ranking facilities, Castle and Key is better. The alcohol and the presentation, I kind of like better at Woodford Reserve, though.
Yeah, because you did get it on a nice little, oak, I would assume it's oak, serving tray with glass Glencairns, which you did not, which we heard from Jordan Ashton that the tastings at Castle and Key came in little plastic cups.
Yes.
So, yep. Difference.
But we're gonna do our best to try to make it to probably about 6 to 8 different distilleries this weekend. We are here only for 48 hours. And I can tell you one of my missions of this video is to show you that unlike a lot of other videos which we saw on YouTube, you don't probably need to spend 5 days here. We are big believers in trying to pack in a lot of stuff in a short period of time. So that's what we're looking for. But the reason why we actually are truly here this weekend, what we found first was where we're going to be staying.
I know, I'm so excited. It's so pretty.
Yes, it is super cool. It is shaped like a bourbon barrel.
Yes.
And we're going to show you next. So we found this place called Bourbon Barrel Retreats. We are not sponsored, by the way.
No. We are paying for this out of our own pocket.
Yeah. which we'll talk about the price later in this video, but it is probably the most unique way to do the Bourbon Trail, I think.
It's also the most unique Airbnb type location we've ever stayed.
I think you're right. Check this out.
I'm so
It's
excited.
a frickin' bourbon barrel.
I'm so stoked.
And over here we do have a hot tub.
Yeah.
We do have a grill. We do have some nice Adirondack chairs.
There's some nice bugs.
It is out here in the country. They give you a code to get in. It is a gated community as well. Let me switch to half zoom here.
Aw, there's a sign that says, "Welcome Josh and Rachel, enjoy your
Oh,
stay."
I love it.
With some, looks like caramels or something.
I wonder if it's like some kind of bourbon snack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice little kitchen.
Kitchenette area,
Yeah.
I would say.
Freezer and fridge for your use. Microwave.
It does have
Coffee
AC.
pot.
I can already feel it.
Does have AC.
And it is strong. I love it. Yeah, you got your coffee. You got your fridge. I like the
Right.
little seat.
Oh, good. Our own bathroom with a shower.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, we do have, that's a nice looking shower. Mm-hmm. So it's not a huge room. It's extremely unique though, as you can see. So you've got nice sink, toilet, all the amenities you need, shower. And then what do you got over there?
I got a, looks like king size bed with a perfect view. Like, it's really cool.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
This is too cool.
And end table, and it's got 2 plugins and 2 USB ports. So
Okay.
amenities galore as well.
Oh, and also the Call Me Old Fashioned pillow. Yeah. I like it. This is so cool.
Did you get a view shot of the view out? Like,
I think I should.
I'm hoping the sun doesn't come up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, so I believe that there are 8 of these. You can see one of them over there. This is number 2.
Yes.
And then I don't know where any of the others are. But they must be down the road. But we are just beyond the bourbon sign. But I think this is going to be great.
This is awesome.
Super unique. Very fun way to do it. I think this is going to be a great way to, you know, be in the middle of pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I got to turn the air off a little
Yeah,
bit, though.
it's a little
cold
chilly.
in here.
All right, so normally we're all about the food. This time we're all about the drink.
And the friends.
And the friends.
Yeah.
So tonight we are actually headed over to our friends. They got a lake cabin on Airbnb. I'm not sure what the cost is. I'm sure it was cheaper than this. But I might show a little bit of what theirs looks like. But we're going to hang out there tonight. And then we are all going over to Bardstown tomorrow.
But also later tonight, we are getting in that hot tub.
Damn right. Yeah, that
We
hot
deserve
tub
it.
looks so good.
Yeah.
So inviting. And this bed is nice and soft.
It is great.
Oh man, I'm excited for this. By the way, we are celebrating Jordan's birthday, so I did bring him a little something for his birthday. But can you do me a favor and spam happy birthday Jordan down below, and then we'll see if he enjoys this. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's the point in staying at a place like this without using the hot tub?
That's true.
Yeah, so last night after we got back we did, and now this morning
Should have worn my flip-flops.
the sun is rising. Yes, we should have worn flip-flops.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get in this hot tub. So you know, Bourbon Barrel Retreats is fairly new. And right now on the property, there is, I believe, 9 of these barrels. And then you can see there's a public fire pit over there. They are building, I think, a bar and a restaurant, which looks like it's going to be amazing. But holy cows, it is secluded. It's nice. There is a gate that you have to have a code for, so this is not public area. So there's not going to be a bunch of people that are coming through, taking pictures, even though they probably want to. But right here, just below the sign is where we are. And now as we go out today, we'll probably drive around and be able to take a look at the other 7 on our way out today. All right, good morning.
We are at our first distillery of the
Yes,
day.
so we are doing a tour today. We did come up with a couple tips already.
Yes.
One of them is pre-plan.
You have
So yeah, if you want to be able to do some tours, you should be booking them ahead of time. We are here at Maker's Mark. We did book this a couple months ahead, and then tomorrow we are doing Buffalo Trace, and we had to do that exactly 8 weeks out.
It was like there was a specific date, right? on that
Yeah,
one?
so 8 weeks out, and within 5 minutes, the tour that we're doing was booked. So make sure to plan for that. But also, all these places are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, they're pretty far in between, and the roads are really narrow. So if you don't have a designated driver, I would really consider hiring
Right.
or going on the bus thing that takes people around, because you gotta.
Yeah,
be
some of these
careful.
roads are crazy.
Yeah, and this is an early morning tour for us.
This is, yeah, so we're here at 9:40. You do have to really watch the hours of all these places too. So we're here on a Sunday, which there's a surprising amount of distilleries that are closed on Sundays or have very limited hours.
Yeah.
So you really got to watch that, but you can plan this and still get to a lot of different places.
There's a
You
bug.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, but we are just getting up to the building, and this should be a fun tour. I should mention that the plan for today is to go to at least 3 distilleries. We're over here in the Bardstown area, so we're trying to stay in that spot today.
I'll be talking about, production, history, and a few other things. Then there's a tasting at the end of this. So as far as rules go, we don't want to make this too difficult. Honestly, just watch how you walk. Now, bourbon is also very tightly regulated. You have to make it in a certain place. Everybody assumes you have to make bourbon in Kentucky. That is technically not true. You can make bourbon anywhere in the United States, although 95% of it is still distilled here in the state. Another is what it's actually made of. A lot of different grains are used to make whiskey, like barley malt is really common, but bourbon is required by law to be at least 51% corn. Now the other 49%, that's where distillers can kind of mix and match different grains to create different flavors and just get the taste they're looking for. The grains do have a big effect on the product. Corn, 16% soft red winter wheat, and 14% malted barley. The corn and the wheat we are getting entirely from Kentucky. The Mattingleys grow most of the corn that we use, and then the Petersons, about 8 miles up the road, grow all of our wheat and some of our corn. Now the barley's coming in from out of state, so it's grown in like North and South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin.
Warehouse A, 146 years old. Oldest and smallest.
And I mean, she was smart enough to know, like, you know, Bill could have gone and created the best whiskey in the world, but like, you still have to you have to have a hook, right? You know, you got to get people to try it. And so, like, a unique packaging could really go a long way here. It's done wonders for us. So the inspiration actually came from old cognac bottles. So cognac bottles, like, I mean, they would be shaped like this, and they would be sealed with wax. And they also just looked really elegant and really different from other bourbon bottles. So with the waxing, she had to get kind of creative here and like melt down candle wax in a kitchen fryer. Red was chosen just because it's a bright, eye-catching color. It looks good with like the cream label and the amber bourbon. But yeah, she just did the bottles right there in her kitchen, and we have not automated that since. Like, we still, bless you, still hand dip every single bottle, and even including some of our guests helping us out. If you weren't going to drink it just because you don't like bourbon, or you were just going to pass it off to the person that dragged you on this tour, I'm going to encourage you to try it. So yeah, was that anybody's first time actually drinking Makers? Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. In fact, good bourbon will make cocktails better. So the one I recommend for classic makers is a whiskey sour.
Our tour just ended and it was awesome. I'm so glad that we did this tour.
Me too. It was well over an hour, which kind of surprised me.
And this place is immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, when we got here, we were like, this looks like a freaking theme park.
It does.
Or like a recreation of an old
town?
Yeah, like Silver Dollar City in Missouri or something.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. They walk you through, talk to you about what makes a bourbon, how they do their process here, what makes their different selections different.
Yeah.
And apparently they had the first drive-through bar.
Yeah. I also thought it was interesting that they don't have a whole lot of different choices.
No, it's very simple.
Yep.
Up until about 10 to 15 years ago, before they started making different types of products.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. We did get a sample where we got to try 4 different whiskeys. And then
you get to dip your own bottle.
Yes. So then we went into the gift shop, which the gift shop it's pretty simple as well. But then, yeah, we ended up buying a private selection one. I went with the butterscotch one. Our friends went with the English toffee pudding. And then we dipped.
And then you dipped.
Yes. So that's something super cool, unique, not something you're going to get to do everywhere. But yeah, these grounds are amazing.
So beautiful here.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you should come just to take pictures and look at this place.
Yeah.
All right, I grabbed a drink there. It was delicious. Hung out on the bar just for about 10-15 minutes. Beautiful grounds, but we got to go to lunch. All right, next up, we're here at Bardstown Bourbon Company.
It is the one place, there's a restaurant, but you must have reservations. We've heard that, or at least we've heard that on
You
every
should get
stop.
a reservation. Yeah, so we're going to do lunch here and probably try a few bourbons. This is definitely a newer looking facility than what we were just at.
Yeah, a bit more commercialized maybe looking?
Maybe, or maybe industrialized.
Industrialized, there you go.
But the buildings look amazing. They're all the same. The rick houses have windows. They're black or dark buildings.
Yeah, but the grounds are still immaculate. It's because it gets so much moisture here.
That's true. But we do need to eat some food.
Yeah, we need lunch.
Our liver's a little sore, that's about it.
Small batch stave finish. This is our high wheat, 106 proof. This is goes in the barrel at 108. Really high percentage of red soft winter wheat, and that is really tasty. Very thick and viscous and oily, concentrated. This is our blend of 6 to 13-year-old bourbon for Kentucky and Georgia and Tennessee. And then this is a blend of rye that was finished in Amrut single barrels, Indian single malt barrels, and then we blended in some bourbon to go with it. 110 proof. This is one of our collaborations that we do here.
All right, we just got done here at Bardstown. We've been here a couple hours. I thought lunch was pretty good.
It was good, I think, and we're picky about this. The service was a little slow.
It was a little slow. The drink was good. I got like a French 75 with bourbon instead of gin.
And I had a mocktail bourbon margarita. It was decent.
Yeah. Ended up with a chicken sandwich, a cheeseburger, some fried green tomatoes, some fried chicken.
Some poutine.
I thought the poutine was the
Poutine
best
was
thing.
good.
Yeah. And then the chicken sandwich over the burger for me.
Yeah, and we also got a chopped salad too.
Yeah.
It was really good. All of it was good, I think.
Yeah. And then we went over to the bar tasting room area and did do a flight, and I added a wheat because we don't get that where I live, and ended up coming home with, this is a small batch stay finish, which is a distillery exclusive. So, and then I also bought a shirt.
Yeah, and I think one of our keys, at least for Josh to pick up bourbons here, is to get those distillery exclusives.
Right.
Because you shouldn't be able to find them at a local liquor store.
Agreed. And now the big key to this is I'm flying.
Yeah.
So stick around. I'm going to show you what I'm doing to try to fly things home. And hopefully they all make it home.
That's right.
All right, but we got at least one more distillery today. Yeah. All right, we made it to Heaven Hill.
And we got a tasting.
We did get a tasting. Yeah, we didn't actually prepare for that, but we walked in and there is a counter where you can just see if they have anything available. We tried a Heaven Hill 18, which was the key. So like $25 tasting. Got to try hers too, which is really nice.
Yeah.
We even went up to Five Brothers Bar and Kitchen, which we did decide.
We should have probably had lunch there instead.
The menu looks really good. I would really try it. And one of the things that I tried there was Five Brothers. Ended up having it at the tasting as well and decided to buy the bottle. It's a Kentucky.
Only.
It's
Only available in Kentucky.
Only available in Kentucky. So we are going to try to do one more spot today though. Made it to Jim Beam.
Yes.
And got a little bit of a tasting. I did do Booker's and an 18-year Knob Creek. And I'll say they weren't for me.
Yeah. That's all right. Not all of them are.
Right? So we're going to check out the gift shop. The outside is impeccable, beautiful. Definitely worth a picture spot.
That's right. Definitely worth coming over here for.
All right, we are on the road.
Good morning.
Last we talked, I believe, was at Jim Beam.
Yes.
And we ended up going into Bardstown. We went to Old Talbot Tavern, which is the oldest bourbon bar in America.
Yeah, they have a really cool setup in there, and you can take self-guided tours by their little app, but they also serve pretty amazing home-style food. I had a chicken fried steak. It said hand-breaded, and I believe them. It was delicious.
And I had, it's called like a hot brown.
Yeah, hot brown.
Which is like toast points, turkey, ham, Mornay sauce, cheese, a slice of tomato, and bacon.
It's a Louisville standard, from what I understand.
Yeah. So we felt like we had to get something very local. I thought it was good. We did get some fries with that as well. It was quite good.
We also got dessert there. You had a pretty good bread pudding with some bourbon
I did
caramel.
have a good bread pudding, yeah.
And I ended up with a chess pie. If you've never heard of a chess pie, it's kind of like a butter custardy pie. It was good. It was served warm. It was good.
Yeah. And I think we needed it at that point too.
Yeah.
Something hearty that stick to our ribs.
Yeah.
And then after that, we ran into some guys who
recognized Josh and Jordan.
Yeah, from a different tour.
Yeah.
And they're like, you guys got to go to this bourbon lounge, or they called it a speakeasy.
Yeah,
because
it is a speakeasy.
Well, but there's a sign out front.
Well, and even in the sign in the bathroom says they're a speakeasy that's not so hard to find, and they want you to tell people about it.
Right. Like you have to go around back to a smaller door, but it had the most amazing bourbon collection I've ever seen. And the list, was huge. And I ended up trying a couple true unicorns. There was a Heaven Hill 19 wheated and a George T. Stagg, the original. And those, they ran me a bit of money. It was, if you wanted just the 1 ounce pour of each, it's $100 each pour. And I was like, you know what, let's go for some unicorns here. Yeah. So I did those two. They do take $25 off if you do 2 of them.
So they give you a discount for that.
They did. So that was cool. And then after that, we ended up walking into Evergreen Liquors, where we had seen it before, and I think it was on Bruzel, where they have this unicorn. If you find a unicorn on the shelves, then you can buy like a nicer bottle of booze that's typically marked up at MSRP. So I ended up getting a $17.92 full proof. Never had it before, but you know, at the end of the day, I was pretty easily persuaded.
Yes. And now today is our last final day here in Kentucky, and we are headed to Buffalo Trace, which that's why the shirt.
I'm all dressed up, ready for it. But we did check out our bourbon barrel this morning. Had another great morning on the deck.
Yeah. Hanging
out in the hot tub. Really enjoyed that place. Do highly recommend it. It is a little pricey.
It is pricey, but it's also remote and unique.
Super
and
unique.
Private. It felt like we were by ourselves.
Yeah. And if you want to not do it as private, you could be in one of the other ones where there's a campfire and stuff. And they are building up that bar and restaurant, so I do think it's going to be a bit more going on. Yeah. We wanted the privacy, and it was really nice.
It was very nice. I would highly recommend. That bed was super comfortable.
Yes. But let's go to Buffalo Trace. Now, to get these home, I did bring some supplies. So you can see I brought bubble wrap and scissors, tape, and this I got off of Amazon. It comes with a injector and ends up looking like this. So that's my intentions. Bubble wrap, then put this around it, and then tape it tight. And here's the final product. So should be good. And who knows, maybe we'll buy even one more bottle today. All right, so before our tour, we did go to the gift shop, got a couple things. I ended up getting a couple new Glencairns. Rachael got a hoodie, and then we also I got another shirt. The allocations today is E.H. Taylor Small Batch and Weller Special Reserve. I can actually get both of those at home. E.H. Taylor I can get for about $70, whereas here it's $60, so it's a little bit cheaper, but running the risk of flying home with it, I think isn't worth it for the $10. So luckily I can actually get that stuff, but did get some cool things. And then we are doing the Trace tour today. Like I said earlier in the video, I think, these tours come open 8 weeks out. Get in there immediately. You know, I had that booked within the first minute, and it was fully booked up within 5 minutes.
So you age your barrels with hot and cold. Every time the barrel gets hot, it expands. So all of our single barrel bourbons are bottled by hand. We have 2 hand bottling halls. The first of which is the little building here. The other one you all get to go in at the end of the tour. So the barrel team will go into these warehouses, pull barrels that have finished aging, put them onto the barrel rails, and roll them into regauge. After you age it, you end up with Ancient Age, Blanton's, Rock Hill Farms, and Elmer T. Lee. Comes out, neck goes out, arm comes up, he's won the race. Sazerac buys us, they decide to put the letter on the back of the hook. It does spell Blanton. Alright, Mr. Buffalo. Price point on Buffalo Trace is $27. Buy as many as you need, add it to your case. Now, this is my house bourbon. I might have a bottle in about every room of the house.
All right, we're on the road to Louisville. We do fly out today, so this will be the end of about the end of our 48 hours.
Yeah.
We are going to have hopefully some good fried chicken when we get there, because you know,
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
You got to do it. Now, I did see there's Kentucky Fried Chicken in the airport if you don't get to have some. So if you're, I don't know, maybe it's better here in Kentucky.
Maybe.
But our Buffalo Trace tour, I thought it was really good. It did give a decent amount of history. It gives you a bit of a showing from the creation of the barrel all the way to labeling and packaging.
Yeah, I think what's amazing, one of the things I learned is earlier this spring, about 7 weeks prior to our visit, there was a pretty massive flood at Buffalo Trace. And the amount of time to turn around and they're still producing is just impressive to me.
It's shocking. And, you know, that place, it's a well-oiled machine.
Oh, it's beautiful too.
Yeah. So I think you should definitely, I'm probably not telling anybody something they don't know, but like Buffalo Trace is one of the definite must-do places. If you come out here, get yourself a tour, go grab some samples, grab a tasting. It was a very enjoyable time.
The nice part is the tour was free, right? We didn't pay for the tour.
Correct. Yeah, you just have to be online at the right moment to get it. And they did say that some people, you know, they might have even had multiple tours today. So you can try to do that and like make a day out of it. With us only having one meal left, I would ask you, and I'll answer it myself, favorite distillery that we went to?
So I'm struggling with this one because I think it was one of those first impression moments, and I think Castle and Key has to be the favorite. Now, I'm speaking from the designated driver. I don't drink bourbon. I don't have any interest in drinking bourbon. So mine was truly from the visual aspect of it, and I will tell you, I still really enjoyed this weekend without having to taste any of it. They had multiple mocktails. Just now at Buffalo Trace, they had their own root beer. There was so much to offer, and just seeing it was beautiful. Like, I would recommend this even if you don't drink bourbon. Now, obviously, if you drink bourbon, like Josh does,
even better.
It might even be better. But I had a very enjoyable time with our weekend.
Yeah, the grounds and of all the distilleries were just amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, I would say Castle and Key is one that I definitely want to go back to because that was one of those where we were driving in that day. We didn't know how long we'd have. And so we really got there, got to have a drink. The downpour started, and then we
that's true. I forgot about all that.
Headed out to Woodford. I thought Makers was a spot that you absolutely should do as well.
Yeah.
It is in the middle of nowhere. You're driving on Bob's Road to get there.
It's the weirdest road.
But it is like a storybook fairy tale kind of setting.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It's so stunning. Yeah, so I'd make sure to get there. I think we did a good job by picking the tour spots that we did to give us a decent amount of idea what we're going for, the history of these places, but also the creation of bourbon. And then we got to get the tastings. I thought all in all, it was a really good weekend.
Me too. Again, with tips, as Josh and I mentioned earlier, you got to plan.
Yes.
You got to make a plan. This isn't just like a willy-nilly road trip, I don't believe. I think to get the most out of 48 hours, you should do some good planning.
Yeah, and there's so many places that are in such a spread out area.
Yeah.
So get yourself a nice designated driver like my wife. But we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. All our links are down below.
Later.